I'm Maddie.
I'm Amber.
And we're Witches Talking Tarot.
We are the weirdos in this one.
Like a song, like a sailor snubble. Flip the switch and let the cauldron bubble. Sam.
Wow. Hi everyone, it's Maddie.
And Amber.
And we're
Witches Talking Tarot.
And we're back. We took a holiday vacation.
And a 6/weather vacation.
Right.
And now we're back.
I know, right? Okay, so we took the holiday vacation, then the kids got sick, and then all of a sudden it snowed.
Right.
So
and it snowed again, but last time there was ice, and this time it's just snow. It snows. No problem.
Yeah, snow's all right.
I was trying to go snow problem, but I didn't say it's snow problem.
Oh.
So then I was like, well, fuck, I just have to say snow really, really long.
So today we're going to be coming back and talking about fire cider, and this is the perfect time of year to talk about fire cider. I'm sure most of you have probably heard about fire cider. It's made its rounds around social media.
Maybe some of you already have made some or have some brewing. Like we just brewed a batch ourselves.
Or maybe you have no idea what the hell we're talking about, and you're
In
like,
which
fire
case,
cider?
yeah.
So
let's
fire
talk about it
cider-
going down your gullet.
Right, literally. So fire cider is a spicy, tangy,
Healthy as fuck. Herbal
holistic medicine. Yes, herbal
or
holistic
plant medicine.
Yeah, because you can add herbs to it. I just want to start off by saying there is no exact recipe for fire cider.
There's no right or wrong way as long as you have apple cider vinegar and something that's going to make it fiery.
Exactly. You can customize it. It is such a, what is that?
It's a broad.
Yes.
It's broad. It is you can make it your own. It's versatile. It's completely versatile. Is that the word you were looking for? Because I started trying to look and then I was like, well, fuck.
I think that I even saw, so there's a sweeter recipes. I just got to talk about these for a second. I saw somebody make it with cranberry.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, cranberries are so good for your heart. They're full of antioxidants.
When you say cranberry, do you mean cider? Is there cranberry cider?
No, I mean,
okay, I got my face was like
real cranberries added to it.
Oh, that's bomb. I would do that. I would fucking do that in a heartbeat.
Well, you can.
But
I know, right? It looked delicious.
But also, cranberries are so tart. Shouldn't we be able to make cranberry cider? Is there cranberry cider? Tell me if there's cranberry cider.
I wonder if there is.
Because I would fuck up.
But I'm over here thinking the cranberries added to the fire cider, that's going to be great for your urinary tract as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Well, and it's also going to help with the heat. And like you said, sweetening it up. But like, because I mean, tart can help with heat just as much as sweet can help with heat, which is why fire cider is made with very tart or strongly spicy ingredients. I would say, like, those are really the core of what you need, right? Like
to make it fiery.
Well, to make it like have the health benefits even when you change up the recipe.
Yes. Yeah. So fire cider is an oxymel, and an oxymel is something with a vinegar base that has a sweetness to it, usually honey, but I did read it could be sugar. But
I've only read that specifically oxymel, the word is specific to vinegar and honey.
Vinegar and honey. Yes.
Yeah. So like I'm sure you could add sugar to fire cider or other things that you would maybe use honey for
would
instead.
Sugar help the fermentation process? But I mean, you've got sugar with the honey.
Well, sugar helps with fermentation because like that's why like
it feeds off of it.
Yeah, because like I fermented my own cranberry juice when I was a kid by accident without knowing.
By accident.
I knew nothing of fermentation. I just didn't like cold juice. So I kept my cranberry juice in our pantry, which was dark.
Right. You had told me that.
Yeah, and it was down and it was in the dark and a cool place essentially because it was a closed cupboard. And yes, my mother was like, this smells funny one day when I was like, I don't know, it tastes funny. It's been tasting funny. And I don't know what that is. And she like went and got it and she was like, oh, it's fermented. You've been making cranberry wine or something like that. And I was like, Props. I didn't know. I was like 7 or 8, legit. So,
no idea.
but yeah, the sugar would help with the fermentation process. But I think, like, so you could probably use sugar instead of honey. However, there's a couple of health things that I would wonder there. But as far as an oxymel goes, I don't think you could replace sugar. And it's still
sorry, my eye was twitching. I wasn't giving you a weird look. I took my glasses off. Does that ever happen?
Yeah, I mean, as you know, the transition, you know, because my eyes always refocus a lot when but if you ever see me looking at the screen like this, it's just because I've forgotten I've taken off my glasses and I don't know why I can't see.
But anyway,
the ring light gives me such a fucking headache. I just can't.
It's an oxymel with an apple cider vinegar base. And what most recipes of fire cider, again, you can add and take, but they mostly include garlic or onion,
horseradish. If you see horseradish, just buy it. Just buy it because you'll never find it when you need it for making fire cider.
Ginger, and then some turmeric, and then sometimes a citrus. Now I made
black pepper. I meant to put peppercorns in. Damn it!
But we didn't add turmeric, so I think the black. Well, it does have some benefits.
It does have a lot of, and I did put turmeric powder in.
Oh, is that what you did? I didn't use.
Well, because like I already have turmeric in my electuary of herbs and honey. That's like one of my favorite things to put in there. If you put too much, it's fucking awful. But
the pepper, we do have peppers in it as well.
Oh yeah, so the hot peppers will have capsaicin. But like the whole conversation here, guys, in case you don't know, turmeric is useless without something that has capsaicin in it to help release the benefits of turmeric, or rather help our bodies absorb the benefits of turmeric. It's not so much that the turmeric can't do, it's that we can't receive. I think. I'm not a doctor though, so I'm not positive about that. Do you know for sure which way?
I think it helps us absorb it.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. I didn't want to like speak fact, but I was pretty sure. Because like pretty sure, is that a fact?
I do want to say, like, I made mine last year and I put oranges in mine. You can do any type of citrus fruit. A lot of people do lemons, some people do limes.
I thought about doing limes, but I don't want the bitterness from the rind.
Exactly. I almost did. I almost grabbed limes while I was at the store, and I almost grabbed orange. So if you use orange, that sweetness from the orange is also going to make it more palatable.
And with the citrus, like you put the rind and everything in. Yes. You don't just put in the fruit. And like you can use dried fruit for this purpose as well. It doesn't have to be fresh. You can, but you don't have to. And like personally, I plan to dilute mine with orange juice because that sounds good as fuck. But we'll get there. Because so you said ginger, garlic, onion,
turmeric, horseradish, black pepper.
This is like the
now we got to get to the fiery part of what is fire cider. So often people will add peppers like jalapenos, habaneros, whatever your spice level.
Yes, exactly. Say whatever your palate is able to take, because like my husband, we have a lot of peppers because my husband and youngest daughter love it spicy. I put cayenne pepper in my electuary, so like my palate has gotten better about spicy things, but my stomach and my palate both are not big fans of super big spicy things like hot spice. Like I like spicy from the flavor standpoint. I don't like spicy from the heat standpoint. So we asked him, like, what peppers do we have that, you know, would be good for what she's looking for and for what my daughter and I can handle? Because my oldest and I are probably the ones who are going to use our fire cider, but my husband might also use it. I said, not ghost pepper, but not mild. Like we want some spice because you got to have that fire for fire cider. So, like, it doesn't have to be super spicy. It doesn't have to be ghost pepper or burn your butthole kind of spice.
I guess you don't have to put peppers in it. I mean, you don't have to, but I would.
Well,
you know,
if you don't, there are certain things that the fire cider provides that it will no longer provide.
It's not going to be the same. No.
Well, like, and it's not just that it won't be the same, but like, warm you up on a cold winter's day without that hot pepper and the capsaicin from that. I don't think just the onion and the garlic is going to give that.
No, but it will have some sort of health benefit.
Well, it'll, yeah. It just won't have the same ones as what, we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Without the hot pepper, because it is called fire cider for a reason. Like, because the hot pepper, it opens up your capillaries, right? So it allows your blood to flow and accept all these things, as well as get these things moving through your system very quickly, because when things that heat it up, like ginger and pepper and even garlic, they help that system move faster because they're vasodilators. So they're opening your veins as they're doing all these things when you introduce them to your body.
So I'm gonna say,
so like, you don't have to have the pepper, but it's not gonna do all like
it's not gonna be the same for sure. I took a shot of fire cider, and I would compare it to the shock of a shot of moonshine. Not tasting the same way, but it's got that kind of like that shock, that kick.
So
it'll open your sinuses, that's for sure.
Yeah, so when I think of fire cider, I've never thought of it because I've had moonshine. I don't hate moonshine. I hate that I don't hate moonshine. It's actually really fucking good. I'm not a big drinker, y'all. So like, but I do like moonshine. But I don't think of it like, so the first time I tried wasabi.
Yeah, something like that.
The first time, like, so I think of fire cider in between my first time trying wasabi, too much wasabi rather, because like it opens all that shit up, right?
Yeah.
And like your tears are flowing.
Oh my God, the nanny. When she has sushi, you know what I'm talking about. She's like, wow, this really clears the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had forgotten about that. We were just watching The Nanny like less than 2 months ago. And I was surprised that my daughters knew, because I didn't think they remembered when I watched it when they were growing up. But I would compare it to, like, it's in between. Like, fire cider for me is in between my first taste of wasabi and when my best friend's Native American stepfather made for us a cold cure.
Oh, I believe it.
That was the hottest thing that has ever traveled down my esophagus and reached my stomach. And I could feel every piece of flesh that it interacted with on its way down. And fire cider is somewhere in between the wasabi and that.
Well, I mean, how you get rid of a cold, you got to warm it up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But, because that, like, he had squeezed some lemon juice and like a lot of hot peppery things in there. And I want to say he put Worcestershire sauce too. I don't remember. Oh, like, he was like, drink this. You guys will just, Anyway, that was cool. And fire cider somewhere in between, because I can't, like, I thought fire cider, like the way it was described to me, first time I ever took it, I thought it was going to be like that. But it wasn't. It wasn't.
No, it's
nearly that bad. Yeah. So,
but
I'm
like over here, like,
that.
Could you put your shot of fire cider in a hot toddy?
Oh, absolutely. Because I'm like, I put it in, it tastes, when I read on Old Farmer's Almanac's website that some people dilute it with orange juice, I was like, that sounds bomb as fuck.
No, my thing is like, okay, so you can cook with it. You can put, you can dress chicken with it. And I think that'd be fucking delicious, first of all. Don't bake with it, because I feel like if you bake it, then wouldn't all those benefits be cooked out? Or no?
I mean, maybe the honey, but not everything else. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of vegetables and herbs and there's a lot of plant chemicals that need heat to release their benefits, right?
I'm just over here like, I like chicken and vinegar. That would be fucking delicious.
Oh, I agree. I'm just sad.
And then,
I would never know. But
a salad dressing, like you said, you could make a salad dressing with it. I'm trying to think, what else could you do with this?
Because I mean, like, honestly, like, when you make fire cider with the peppers in it, you can take a shot of that on a cold winter's morning, and it's going to get your body warmed up and moving like nobody's business. Just like if you've ever seen somebody get up and just drink a cup of hot water so that it gets their systems going. like so they can.
Mhm.
A fire cider does that for every piece of your whole system. It gets you all warmed up, and it's already like working its health benefits. I don't know, like putting it in a drink. I think like okay, so putting it in a cup of hot water to have it as a tea, that sounds good as fuck to me.
I would do that. I think
I would do that. I don't know if I put it in coffee.
I wouldn't do that.
I might put it in hot cocoa though, because it might be like that, spicy hot chocolate.
Maybe, but you got to understand the garlic and the onion are going to be extremely strong. Like to me, it throws everything off. I made, like for me anyway, when I was sick, I made a tea, and I put some of it in that tea. It was awful.
Okay.
I would rather have taken a spoonful of it because everything you're saying tastes delicious, but that garlic really do become
well, and I guess it also depends on how it's made, because you can buy pre-made fire cider, and this what I was served was a pre-made, like not, I guess mass produced is probably like I don't think the person made it. I'm pretty sure they had bought it at like a health food store, So because you can buy it versus making it for yourself, but it tasted like very spicy, peppery apple cider vinegar to me, like what I was given, what I was served. Like
you've had the homemade kind, right?
I've never had homemade.
Okay. Tell me.
I'm excited.
I'm excited to hear what you have to say, because I'm telling you that onion and that garlic is gonna come through. Like it's delicious.
Like drinking soup.
It's delicious, but I wouldn't put it in something. You still have ginger, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I wish I brought another jar and my honey, because I need to make a ginger oxymel. And think about making a ginger oxymel. I'm sorry, not to get off topic. Don't you have to remove the ginger from the
after a couple weeks?
Because it has a higher
liquid content.
Yes.
Yeah, like the garlic.
The garlic you can keep in there.
Keep in there because it doesn't have as high of a liquid content, as higher oil of its own content, but also I think it has higher antimicrobial properties that don't allow it to grow bacteria like the ginger can.
Well, not just ginger, but some people, I'm sure you've seen, either if you're on TikTok or you're on Facebook watching these things, they called it the old-fashioned cough syrup, which is red onion and honey. You have to strain that. You have to get that red onion out. I believe
that though, because onions, I know a lot of people say like lettuce is just water. When I am dealing with an onion, I feel like onion is mostly just water. So that makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
Because like, whereas like garlic is just like super oily on the inside.
Yes.
Onion has that like very juicy, which to me means water.
I get you. I get you. When I get home, I'm probably going to use that garlic to do some of that, because I need to make some of that for myself anyway.
I need garlic and ginger oxymels. They're so good.
I actually fucked up this year because last year it was
electuary, not oxymel. My bad.
September, right before Halloween, is when I made my oxymels, and I made the fire cider because I was like, I'm gonna get up on this, and it's January and I still haven't made it. So
no, I know. That's why, like, when I said I never have a pomegranate that's still good, it's because I'll get like, oh, I'm gonna make fire cider with pomegranate in it, and then I like get this for the fire cider, I get that for the fire cider, and then it's like, oh, well, I really want to find that horseradish, and I really want to find turmeric root that's fresh, and so like I find fresh turmeric root at Empire Market. But then I look for the horseradish, and and somebody uses my ginger, and somebody uses the onions, and then the pomegranate goes bad before I ever get to throw the rest of it together, because I'm like, fuck it, I'll just do it without horseradish. So I get you when you say like you still haven't got. That's why I was like, we're gonna do a live tonight. I want this to be
and I think
beneficial.
Yes,
but yeah, like I definitely need to make my honey and ginger electuary, and my honey and garlic electuary, because the difference, guys, between an electuary and an oxymel, electuary is the honey and the plant matter.
Mm-hmm.
Oxymalt is the honey and the vinegar with the plant matter. And I say plant matter because it can be vegetables, it can be herbs, it can be whatever the fuck, you know?
Yes.
It really
we
can.
added rosemary to ours. Rosemary is fantastic, again, with opening up the lungs, first of all, but also opening up that cardio, those
well, because it's all connected, right? So like the
Yes.
better your heart's working, the better your lungs are working, and vice versa.
Mhm.
We also added cloves and allspice berries whole, because the Old Farmer's Almanac, I really liked the things they had to say about the additions. Like
I love
they were the ones that were like, some people put it with their orange juice. And I was like, that would be delicious. And if I was a drinker, honestly, it sounds like that would be delicious with a shot of alcohol.
Absolutely. I think so.
I don't know.
I
if
wonder
you're a
if you-
drinker and you do fire cider,
It's
let us
so
know.
oniony
Curious.
because I'm just over here like you could put a shot of it in soda water and make like a.
I'm really curious how
Silly.
oniony mine's gonna be because I put 2 whole onions.
I
in it.
am
I
too.
love.
I'm curious.
I
too.
love onion. That's why I'm like, it's not the idea of it being very oniony and garlicky, not turning me off at all.
It's only
it's
a
just
turn on to me
not.
if I'm going to have it in a tea.
Good.
Like just because I've done that and it was fucking gross.
I mean, it depends on the tea though, right?
Mhm.
Because like if you're having rosemary tea, that might be good as fuck.
Right.
Mint tea, maybe not.
Right.
Chamomile, maybe not.
Yeah.
Hot chocolate, I see why you brought up the onion and garlic because I was all like, that could be some fucking good ass hot chocolate. You're like, that's gross.
Well,
So you could cook with it, like saute some vegetables in that shit. Saute some cabbage in that is what I was thinking. And I was like, I started drooling. Actually.
Yes, no, you totally could, or make like a slaw with it, like a slaw. Put some mayonnaise in there, whisk that shit together, and then roll the slaw in it. Yeah, because you have to add vinegar when you make a coleslaw anyway. So I feel like that would be delicious.
And I'm over here like I could do that without the mayo part. Like,
yeah,
just,
you don't.
I
have
mean,
to do the
yeah, like that would be so fucking good.
Yeah, that would be really good. But just for the sake of,
You could make like a sauerkraut.
Yeah,
That's basically what you'd be doing.
you could.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That would be really good. And sauerkraut is
I
so
would
good
do it.
for your stomach and gut health
Yes.
because so is fermentation. But speaking of fermentation, just while we're on this topic with the cider, because how much can you say about apple cider or fire cider? The fermented, the elictuary of ginger and honey, that is good in tea. That is very good. In
Ginger
tea.
and honey. Yes.
Ginger and
Yeah,
honey,
not
yes.
garlic and
I
honey.
did the
That's
garlic-
good on chopped chicken.
Yeah, no, I did that.
And
actually,
mushrooms.
That was not good.
Yeah, no, because
so
I thought about because we've taken it as cough syrup.
Yes.
And my kids hated it. They were like, "Do we have any ginger left?" And I was like, "We finished the ginger one
The
yesterday."
ginger one's good.
It's good. Yeah, the garlic one. It's good
It's
for
strong.
cough medicine, but
Boy, it's strong.
I didn't hate it, and my kids were like, "I'll be sick instead."
Well, and so the thing is, when you're cooking with elictuaries, you want to be careful not to overcook the honey. So one of the recipes that
Right at
I
the
did,
end.
yes, I sauteed some chicken and I added it at the end once the chicken had cooled down, but was warm enough to where the honey kind of melted a bit. Okay, not really melted a bit, but blended well. Put that shit on a fucking wrap with some honey mustard. Chef's fucking kiss. Or with mustard, and it kind of creates its own honey mustard.
Yeah, and
Oh
I
my
was gonna
God.
say, and like you don't even have to cook with it. You can drizzle it on your food after it's cooked, so as
Chicken.
to not. Yeah,
Literally chicken. Like
and
if you
the
want
honey
to,
won't get damaged from the heat in that regard,
the
like from cooking.
yeah, literally. Like and the garlic honey would be great on chicken, I think.
Oh, it is.
And
Absolutely.
also-
we used to have it all the time.
The ginger honey stir
So
fry.
Okay, absolutely.
Mhm.
Both of these are good in stir fry. Here's the great thing about the ginger and garlic electuaries: you can mix them together. Like I would do that all the time. I would
Oh
like
yeah,
for a meal.
for a stir fry
Yeah.
or something.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm,
Now
mhm.
I made an elictuary and I need to do this again. Now I'm just like, next time I go to the grocery store tomorrow, because I gotta go tomorrow. I should grocery shopping today when I was at the store, but I didn't. Anyway, I did lavender and chamomile in an electuary.
Yeah.
And then I gave that shit to my kids. And they were out for the night.
Wow.
And I'm like, highly recommend. I'm gonna sell that, patent that, nature's melatonin.
I think they already have nature's melatonin.
Oh,
out
do
now.
they?
I don't know what's in it, but I've definitely heard of.
But I don't want to give my children melatonin.
Oh no!
And at this point, I'm like, I'm so tired. Try this chamomile and lavender,
Well,
and just mixing it with warm water. It becomes a tea in itself.
Oh,
they
yeah.
loved it. They drank it, and I'm telling you, within 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, like
I did that
my
last
family.
year,
The amount of lavender they like in our lavender honey electuary, it disgusts me.
Oh, really?
It's so lavender. Like you can, it's even after the lavender gets removed, right? It is so strong.
Right.
I can't, lavender is a little bit too much for me, guys. Like I like it
It's very
light.
floral. It's
Yeah.
very like.
I like light lavender. And like they literally had me make an electuary that was like half lavender buds, half
honey.
honey.
They wanted it strong. Yeah.
So much. Like my husband makes electuaries all the time with peppers now. Like
right.
once they were entered into our lives, like we have electuaries at the wazoo and it's crazy. And you can too, actually.
Yeah,
it's not hard.
It's really not.
It's not.
I would think a rose electuary would be amazing for the skin. I mean, I'm sure it would taste amazing.
Yeah,
I love
good
rose.
in tea.
Rose tea is
like,
like rose flavor is my favorite.
Yeah, and putting a rose honey electuary in spearmint tea is very good.
Oh,
like
I
the
bet.
flavor is very nice.
I bet it is. I'm just
mint
sitting
tea's my
here
favorite,
like
y'all.
a lot of people make homemade body scrubs. So, and they'll add honey to their body scrubs because honey is great for body scrubs. It's an antifungal. It's an antibacterial. It also helps make your hands and body really soft. I put it on my lips, and then it'll just make your lips so fucking soft. Now imagine that infused with rose. Rose is high in it's collagen, right? I think it's so good for your skin, anti-aging properties. So you don't just have to ingest these. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm smiling because I was thinking the last time I made body oil, I was like, I put honey in my body oil. Is it gonna make me sticky? Well, it wouldn't be a lot of honey, but I don't know. And so the kids were like, "Oh, well, you could next time you make a body oil, you can just make a little bit with a little honey in it and see." But I'm not sure because bees already come after me.
Yeah, right.
But that would be good as fuck because I'm over here man, rose water is so nice. Just spray it. It would be really a body scrub with honey that was infused with rose. Sounds very, very nice.
I think so.
Right. So before we end this, I think a great, real quick, let's run down for you guys how to make fire cider because we just had a live on TikTok where we made fire cider. So you're going to cut up your vegetables. Well, you're going to have a very clean jar. You're going to have a sterilized, clean jar. You're going to put your cut up vegetables, your herbs, everything that's not your honey and your vinegar into your jar first. Then you're going to put the honey on top of it. Then you're going to put the vinegar
keep talking. I feel like it's the tag. Oh, it's this. I was like, is that my fucking back? Do I have the biggest hump on my back or what? But it was my thing sticking up like this. Okay, I'm so sorry. Please continue. That was driving. If you guys are watching on YouTube, like and subscribe and you can see more crazy shit like that. Or if you're listening, you can see.
Or you can see Starla.
Yeah.
She's over here begging for pets. But then you put your honey in, you cover that with vinegar. You want vinegar covering all of your ingredients so that you don't have a big, I bet that's real loud in the microphone. I was just trying to keep her happy. Sorry, y'all. You don't want any of it uncovered because the exposure to the air is going to allow for bacterial growth of any kind that might happen. You want to use parchment paper if you have a metal lid before closing up. And then you're going to let that sit for 3 to 4 weeks in a cool, dry place. And you're going to want to shake it every other day?
I'd say so. Every other day, just to make sure everything is covered.
Because there's horror stories about like jars exploding.
Yeah. And if your garlic turns green, that's okay. That's natural. Green or blue. It's part of the fermentation process when it comes to garlic. Not everybody knows that. I was like, what the fuck did I do wrong?
Well, and I mean, pretty garlic.
Right. Oh, it was beautiful. It was a pretty picture.
And real quick, just to make sure we ran down all the health benefits, it warms you on the cold morning, which is a health benefit, whether you realize it or not, because it's opening all your capillaries and stuff. But it's great for cold and flu season because it's great at kicking out colds and flus.
Anti-inflammatory with most of these ingredients. It's also antibacterial, but it isn't antifungal. I just have to say that right now. Soak your fucking feet in it if you have athlete's foot. You're going to kill that shit off. I'm telling you right now.
Be careful, though, because if you have broken skin.
That'll burn. That'll burn. But is it
great
worth
for the heart?
No?
It might be worth the burn.
Sorry, I just know that my dad okay, go ahead.
No, you're good. No.
Yeah. It's an amazing antifungal. I didn't even think about mentioning that. Now your feet are going to smell like pickles.
Hot pickles.
What it is. Yeah, hot pickles.
Hot feet. There's got to be a website for that.
Oh God.
I don't know, but I do know that fire cider is incredibly good for you, and I can't remember if we said all those things about the cold and the flu and the heart health and the
boosting your immunity.
Yes, because it's full of fucking vitamin C.
Right. It has so many benefits that it's really hard to list them all.
It really is, but like I couldn't remember if we listed any as we were talking about it. So I was like, let's just run through this real quick before we go ahead and do all the things at the end.
Well, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. You can find us on Threads, Facebook, and Instagram at Witches Talking Tarot.
You can find us on the X at Classiest Witches because we are the classiest witches you know, which Victoria,
Melissa,
Death by DVD,
and Pam
are already aware of because they are our patrons on patreon.com/Witches Talking Tarot. And if you would like a fun little shout out and other benefits, go ahead and go to the aforementioned link and become part of the Cool Kids Club.
Thanks for sitting with us for a spell.
Bye.
Welcome to Brew Crime, a true crime and beer podcast.
This is a podcast where we pick a theme, cover a few cases, and pair them with craft beer.
Join me, Mike,
and me, JT,
as we explore the world of crime, conspiracies, or whatever catches our attention. You can find us on social media at Brewcrime or our website, brewcrime.com. And you can find us on any podcast app at Brewcrime Podcast.
Join us as we discuss the horrible crimes that surround us and maybe, definitely tip a bottle or two back as you do it. Drink with us the second and last Tuesday of every month.